The Bobcat Cherry Podcast.
Do they all make money?
I think maybe one of them might be at the point where they're making a little money, but I think the other one I'm thinking of is still paying money, getting people to help.
Yeah.
They're not at a point where they're making money yet.
No, that's the tough part.
Yeah.
Just getting people involved.
When I turn, so
I
I
know
need
that's
to
the tough
stay,
part. Yeah.
but I can move this
Yeah.
and do this, so I can
We
look
can
at
try it.
you
Yeah.
while I talk. Or is it better to have it
No, that's good.
stable?
That's good. The only is making sure the cord doesn't move. That's why they have those arms where the cord's not moving. That maybe that's a future purchase.
Yeah. Investment.
Yeah. So how long have you been in the education game?
Okay, let's see. I started teaching in 1990.
When I was born.
Oh my God. Stick that knife in and jab it around. Yeah. I graduated college in 90.
Okay.
Obviously the spring of 90. Did not know what I wanted to do. I was in California and moved to the Dallas area and worked in special ed at summer school as like a summer job, just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. My undergrad degree was political science.
Big change.
Yeah. So, but didn't know what I wanted to do. Wasn't sure. I had interned in Washington, D.C., really loved it, got offered a job there, but decided to head back and finish up my degree and stayed with poli-sci, even though I wasn't sure that's what I wanted to do, just to get out. And so then moved back to the Dallas area, started working that summer in SPED at summer school and fell in love. And then from that point on, I went back and got my teaching certificate and did all the coursework for my master's in SPED since I already had my undergrad done. And then started working as a SPED teacher in Plano.
That's the first gig.
That was my first, official teaching gig. Never student taught or anything like that. Just got hired to teach because I guess I was older and I
That's how it was for me.
Yeah, right?
I didn't student teach at all.
Crazy.
I know.
But anyway, that's how long ago it's been. A long time.
Yeah.
A very long time. And I did stay home for 8 or 9 years when my kids were younger. So I haven't taught that entire time. I took off while my kids were. Yeah. I took off a good little piece there.
And was that a family decision? You had to financially?
To stay home?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't have to. I'm sure my husband would have been like, yes, please keep working. But I was like, I'm not going back to work because I can't leave my kid with anybody else.
Right.
We
so
had
was after
kids.
The first kid.
That was my first kid. I was 30 when I had my first kid.
Okay.
So, and my husband was 37. So we were older parents for sure. And I had thought that I would just keep, this was in Goldthwaite. I thought I would keep teaching and it would be great, blah, blah, blah. But then, I don't know, when she started like laughing and smiling and doing all these things, I was like, oh, I can't do this.
I wish I could have stayed home.
Right?
That would been awesome.
Yeah. So I basically just told my husband I'm not going back to work. So that's how that went. And then I think I stayed home 9 years. So there's 5 years between my kids. So
okay.
Yeah.
It's me and Tyler.
Yeah. It's a good age difference.
It is.
Kind of. For some things. Some things.
I feel like he's a Gen Zer. So it's a little different.
So you guys are yeah.
It's a cultural shift.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
For sure.
How'd you meet your husband?
A blind date.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He
a friend set you up?
Yes. One of my best girlfriends from high school was dating one of his best buddies from college. And so they set us up. It was kind of a group date. We went to a Tom Petty concert.
Oh my gosh, I love Tom Petty.
Me too.
This is a weird rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So the music teacher at Hamilton one day was like, I'm going to hit up Tom Petty's wife on Facebook. And it worked. And they've been like Facebook buddies. The wife has been sending her
Oh my
like random
gosh.
stuff, vinyl CDs, hats, and
That's so
it's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's the second wife. The one that he
Yeah.
was with when he
The
was
one
when he passed
when
away.
he passed away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
The
Tom
most
Petty.
recent one. I do too.
Mm,
It was back, I don't know what like where did you went to college at North Texas? Or
Sam Houston.
you
Tyler's
went
North Texas.
Okay, Tyler went to okay.
Yeah.
So I was thinking the Dallas area, but Dallas used to have these summer concerts at Starplex.
Oh man.
Do you remember those? Or
I
is that
don't.
way? I'm
It
too
might-
old. Yeah.
Well, we were in the Dallas area in the 90s. I just
Okay.
can't remember.
Okay. So they had these summer concerts outside, and the venue was called Starplex. So like I saw Tom Petty, I saw Jimmy Buffett, I saw Steve Miller Band.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
like all these
All the
big
guys.
old names came. Yeah. And they were like in the evenings outside in Dallas.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I do remember a place where they did light shows. Maybe it's the same place because it's
Maybe.
acres of lawn where you can just sit out on the grass. Is that the same place? It almost felt like a Woodstock type of area. Just
No, it's a little
Okay.
more. It's a little more of like a venue. You can sit out on the lawn, or you can sit in seats.
okay.
It's kind of like a amphitheater type thing or
Maybe
whatever.
it is the same place.
It might be.
This was 30 years ago. So I don't.
I am pretty old,
No.
Zach. But
No.
yeah, so that's how we met, a blind date.
Okay.
And
Very
then-
cool. And it was magic.
I don't know about magic. There were probably some drinks involved. You know,
Okay. So that helped with the
that
magic.
helped a little bit.
Yeah.
But his friend, I do remember because he was a lot older than me, and the younger you are, the more
Mm-hmm.
that matters. But
Yes.
so I was like 23, I guess,
It was 30.
and he was 30.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah. So it was like, ooh. And so I remember his friend saying, Amy, he's not looking for anything serious, and I was like, well, who said I am? Okay, whatever,
I'm
and
the
the-
younger one.
Exactly. But anyway, then, 2 years later, we got married. And they quit dating like probably a month after that, my girlfriend and him. So
Oh, okay.
it's kind of funny.
You
but-
won.
I don't know. Maybe. That's debatable. No, I did. He's a great guy. But yeah, anyway,
So
that's
how
how-
long? How long has it been? When did you get married?
I got married in 93,
93.
August of 93. So we've been married a long time.
So you've already went through the 30-year mark.
We have.
That's special.
Yeah.
What'd y'all do for the 30 year?
Nothing special.
Okay.
Nothing special. We, my husband is the judge in Mills County. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
So he has a pretty stressful job around the time of our honeymoon,
I bet.
or not honeymoon, but our anniversary.
Yes.
In August, he is like just in the throes of the county budget.
He's swamped.
Yes. So it's the worst time for anything. So we have yet to celebrate the last several since he has been county judge. I guess he's been county judge 3 years now.
And
So
is that elected position?
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like Yates here, or
Yes.
is that right?
I think you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yes. So he's about to be up for re-election again.
Is he nervous?
No one's running against him. Praise
That's
God.
yeah, that's amazing.
So both of us are so happy. So
Mhm.
yeah, no, he's not.
So
nervous.
y'all had to put on, for everybody, this is who I am.
He grew up. He was born and raised in Goldthwaite. So
Oh, that helps.
I'm the outsider.
Mm.
But yeah, so that definitely helps. And
So everybody, he's a known name. Like your
Yes.
last name. Okay.
over there,
Okay.
he is known for sure.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Is that a royalty kind of thing?
My son was like, he's like, we're the first family. And I'm trying to, my son's hilarious. Like, he's got
Yeah.
a really funny sense of humor. I'm trying to think of what he was calling himself, the little prince or something. I don't even remember. It was so stupid, but something stupid like
recently?
that. Yeah, this
Yeah.
was over Christmas,
That's funny.
just to be funny, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, Goldthwaite royalty.
I mean, county judge, big deal.
Yes,
In Goldthwaite.
In Goldthwaite.
yeah.
I'm from Dallas, so
You born and raised
I was
Dallas?
not born and raised there. I went to high school there, and I lived in the Dallas area multiple times throughout my life. But I went to college in Los Angeles, and I was born in South Carolina. I also lived in New Orleans, I lived in Washington, D.C., like I said, for a
Was your
semester.
parents military?
My dad worked for DuPont.
Okay.
He was an accounts exec for DuPont. And so
Just
every
moving where the
5 or
money
6
is.
years, we got moved to another spot. So
Worse
as he
than me.
just, yeah. Yeah, I know, right?
That's pretty rough.
Because you were military.
Well, yeah, dad.
Your
military.
dad, yeah.
Navy.
And then were you in the military also?
No,
You
my
thought
dad
about it?
wanted
Yeah.
me to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After about 30, he kind of let go, but it took a long
He
time.
gave up.
Yeah, he did.
He couldn't have his
After
way.
the 4th kid, and I was still teaching. He's it's not the cards.
Not going to do it.
But
Yeah.
my brother, he pushed on him too, pretty hard.
Dads have a way of
Yeah,
trying everything to get their way.
they do. They do. Yeah, I mean, my dad, lieutenant commander,
Oh, it's a
Navy,
pretty big deal.
Navy officer. Yeah,
Wow.
but he started out as an E1, so he worked his way up.
He really
Yeah,
did. Yeah.
it's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think he's the only one in his family with a college degree. I'm pretty sure.
Man,
Yeah.
that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It's,
So we had to go to college. It was not.
It was
yeah,
the
it was
same
not
way
a
for
choice.
it was never like, are you going to go? It was just like, where are you going to
Mhm.
go?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Same.
Well, I tried to go to Fresno State, and they said absolutely not. You got to get away from these people. So I
Because
left.
were you in Central California?
We were in Fresno area, Lemoore, California. That's where
Okay.
the base was.
Okay. I don't know.
It was a big
Central.
high school. Actually,
Okay, I
it's
bet.
very strange for being in the valley. We were in the valley next to Hanford,
Okay.
Clovis, Visalia.
I've heard of Clovis.
Yeah, I think we're about 30 minutes from Clovis.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm more familiar with Southern California. That's
Yeah. I was born in San Diego though.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spent 2 months there. I think.
Oh, love San Diego.
Yeah.
Yep.
San Diego's nice. So I did get to go back.
Very nice.
I think my favorite California place, you've probably been, Monterey Bay.
Oh,
That's
yes.
my all time.
Yeah.
I could live there, and I could live in what's it? There's a spot near Corpus. Port Arthur? Is that Port Arthur?
Port Aransas?
Port Aransas. There it
It's
is.
nice too.
That's
Yeah.
one of my favorite
Yeah.
places.
Southern Cal. If you could take all the politics out of California, it sure would be great.
Yeah. Jumping into politics. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Jumping
you're
into
conservative?
politics. Oh yes.
Yeah? Big time?
Yes.
Is your husband too?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it like hard to shy away from it?
Why would you even want to?
Do you find it to where there's how do I say this? Is there any purple anymore? Or is it very much like blue, red, and everybody else is crazy?
Are you talking about like in the world? Do I see it, or are you talking
Yeah.
about with people in
Yeah.
my orbit?
Sure,
or-
your orbit. Like when you're having a friendly conversation, even with friends, I feel
I feel like it's blue or red
yeah.
on most issues. I feel like there's some people that might, I think you do have those social liberal
Yeah.
people that might actually agree with you and be conservative in other fiscally or something like that,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
So if you want to consider that purple, maybe, possibly, because you
Uh-huh.
might have some blue and red. But I think as a general rule, though, even most of those people have made the decision to be one or the other as far as their voting.
Was it an easy decision for the last couple of elections, like with Trump and even
Yes,
with
not that
Obama?
I love everything about him,
Sure, yeah.
but yeah,
He's a hard guy to love.
yeah, for sure. But no, there was no decision.
When you put Kamala and Trump next to each other, what was it where you just couldn't get over the things about Kamala?
She's so dumb. I mean, she cannot even.
Yeah,
She can't have a conversation.
sure. Yeah.
I mean,
so
I
that
know
was
she's.
it.
I
So
know
every interview, you're like, I can't. I
the
just
word salad. The like.
can't.
If you listen to the stuff she says, just the way. I guess I know she's not dumb, and I don't mean that like because I know she's like whatever. She's an
Yeah.
attorney. She's a prosecutor. Blah blah blah.
She went to school.
She went. Yeah, I think she got a lot handed to her for sure.
I mean, that's what it seemed like.
Right? Like people are just gonna vote for her because
She's the.
they always
A
have
lady.
given her. Yeah, exactly.
I
Things.
can't even imagine having, like, if Jamie was in politics, I would. I don't know if I would go outside. I'd be in trouble all the time.
It's yeah. You have to be super fake a lot of the time, which is horrible.
Do you
It's
do
not
that?
me. It's really hard. It is very hard. I can.
Even in a small town. Oh, I guess it's not a small town anymore. It's not a town. It's a city.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's almost worse in a
Yeah.
small town, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I think you know a lot more about people than you want to know. Working with some people
Yes.
is a challenge.
Yeah. You have the best gig ever
I do.
with the co-op.
Oh my gosh. I have such a good job. I love my job. Yep. I've always really loved my job, though, honestly.
Mhm.
I loved teaching when I was teaching too.
So
This is
in this job, you're a counselor, school counselor,
SPED, special ed
special
school. Yeah.
special ed school counselor. Okay.
Mhm.
And so kind of work through your day to day. What do you
Okay.
do? Yeah.
So I see kids. I travel from district to district, and whatever kid there that's on my caseload,
Mhm.
I see, I'll spend 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever. I have goals that I'm supposed to be working on with them. Usually we work on those goals. Sometimes we don't because maybe they're having other issues and we
Mhm.
deal with that.
Yeah.
I might also have like teachers that have reached out and need help or something. And so I'll go visit in their classroom and try and help
Right.
them with a kid or something or make a suggestion or, whatever. I visit with other teachers on the campus, principals. I'll usually hop in and say hi to principals, see how things are going, see if I can do anything, that kind of thing. And so every day, that's kind of, I may have an evaluation going on where I'm passing paperwork out and trying to get paperwork back on maybe new kids that might be trying to get into counseling, or maybe it's a 3-year time for my students reeval or
Yeah.
whatever. Or maybe I'm observing in a classroom. I might be sitting in a classroom observing a kid, just writing everything down, trying to figure out their behavior,
Yeah.
why they're doing what they're doing.
What's the craziest behavior that you've had to work with directly?
Craziest behavior. You're gonna have to give me a. I've been doing this a long
I
time, so
know.
hang
I
on.
know.
It's probably not any crazier than anything you've done because you've been in the same. Um, gosh, when I taught at a residential treatment center, there was some pretty,
Oh man, those are rough. Well, tell me one.
like
Yeah.
grooming older
Uh.
older boys, grooming younger boys, or
Mhm.
yes, those kind of things. That was hard. And so every morning you would start your day with kind of they would read the notes,
Yep.
which you might know about that the staff has left about the kind of night that the kids had or whatever, and so you hear about all the, all the sexual stuff is kind of like, ugh, you know,
That's
yeah.
tough. There was. I don't think I've ever shared this story besides Jamie, but
Yeah.
there was. I'm not going to say the school because that'd probably really get me in trouble.
Yeah. I
Um,
shouldn't have said the school either, but
I can
I
take
did.
it out. I can take
Okay.
it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
just a residential treatment center
Yeah. I'll take it out.
in the area.
Uh,
Yeah.
this.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh man. Okay. So at the school that I was working for in the Houston area, there was a guy. I was the department head at the time,
Mhm.
and he was an older gentleman. I tried to be friendly with all the people that worked for me, and he worked in the deaf ed space, and they kind of had their own area. They had their own wing. They were doing their own thing, and I would do, every other day I would check in if they need anything. I'd help them out. Well, I think in November or December, it started to get weird. I was getting the teachers because this guy was an aide. He
Mhm.
was a deaf ed aide. They'd come to me and be like, "Hey," or one of them in particular. One teacher was like, "Hey, something seems fishy." So I talked to him. I talked to him. I bring him in the office. I was like, "Hey, man,
What's going on?
you're gonna have to give some space to this kiddo." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah." Well, it kept happening. In January, I had to talk to him again. I was like, "Hey, man,
I don't
I
like
heard,
where this story. I don't like where the
I
story's
know, I
going.
heard that it seems a bit off. We're gonna have to change your schedule so you can no longer
Be
have
with this
any
kid.
connection at all." So then in March, they pulled the cameras, and he's practically stalking this girl. Then he goes under investigation. The district and the district I was working with is huge, and so they have like their own detective
Oh
and
yeah.
all the whole gambit. He had made like 3 Facebook accounts. He befriended the dad to be closer to the girl. She was 18, but it was in it, and yeah, he got let go. It was
Yeah.
awful. It was so bad, and I don't know if there's. I look back on it like, is there anything I could have done? Because I didn't
No.
know for sure unless
No.
I also pulled the camera, which I don't really have back then. Nobody had the
You
authority
couldn't
besides the
do that.
principal.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he was really trying, I think he got fired before anything actually happened. Thank
Good.
God.
Good. Well, and only because you were doing your job too.
Because I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. The whole, I guess it's when they have that label of pastor.
He was a pastor.
He was a youth pastor. It's crazy, and I just was like, I was just hopeful. I was like, oh, he's just trying to, witness to kids and
And
that whole like love on them in
you
quotes.
were young. You were young too. You had to, because you're pretty young right now.
And
So
I
you
was
couldn't have-
younger. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean-
I think I was 30. I
because
was 30.
with that
Yeah,
brings a lot more like you don't see the good anymore. You're pretty.
Yeah, I still was. Well, I had seen it in kids. I had seen like really bad stuff, but I hadn't seen it in
In an
adults
adult.
yet. Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, you weren't looking for that.
I wasn't.
You were
I really
giving him
wasn't.
the benefit of the
I
doubt.
was trying to. Yeah.
But the older you get, you don't do that much anymore.
Now I'm starting to
'Cause
see it a little bit
Your
more.
experiences tell you, and you
Yeah.
know if
Run-
you work in
run
this
for the
business, you just know.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's sad. Ugh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
That is so sad. I thought you were going to tell me it was a boy. So
No, it was
a girl.
It was a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks. There's predators out there.
Everywhere.
Yeah, you don't know. It's
Everywhere.
hard. It's hard to know.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely.
So with this job, you see all kinds of characters.
Mhm.
And you're K through 12.
K through 12.
And
I actually have done some pre-K. Well, I did some. I might end up
Mhm.
working, with a pre-K student or something, possibly if they're having some behavior or if some,
What's the success rate? I guess in terms. I guess what? How do you see success? Because that's also a big one.
Yeah.
And then what is your success rate in terms of the kiddos that you directly have contact with?
I guess probably it's different with each kid, I would say. I wouldn't say that I have like a
Yeah.
blanket thing that I think is
'Cause they're
success. Since some are itty bitty and some are older, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like,
Good, because you've been in it so long, you get to see them once they get out of school.
yes,
You're not working with them anymore, but
right.
you do get to see what kind of person they turn into.
Yes.
And from your vantage point, how many people actually
Hmm.
are fully functionally mentally who's healthy when they walk out of those doors? Is that tough to say?
Oh,
that make sense?
I no, I know exactly what you're asking. I'm gonna probably make you depressed and say it's a pretty low number.
Yeah.
If I don't get up, most of my students I don't start seeing until they're older.
Mhm.
For some reason, like normally I don't get involved until middle or high school. It seems like I do have lately. The last few years, I have some younger kids.
Is
I'm
that
working
because
with.
the teachers are trying to give them like a shot, giving them the benefit of the doubt? Maybe
Mhm.
they'll grow up a little bit.
I don't-
Hormones may be a factor, or is
I
that
don't
just
really
a cop
know.
out?
No, I mean, I think the reason, some kids move into this district and already have counseling in their paperwork.
Mhm.
Like normally in our co-op, in the past anyway, we probably wouldn't get super involved unless it's very, very extreme at a young age. And even at that age, we might not put counseling because counseling's not as effective with a little.
Mhm.
The kind of counseling we do.
Right.
Like I'm not a psychiatrist or a
Mhm.
therapist like that. You know, and
Yeah.
it's academic school type of
Yes.
counseling.
Yes.
So we're not as, or I don't feel like I can be as effective, or the job really lends itself better to older students, you know, that can
They have a
actually,
more reasoning ability.
yes,
They can
they
critically
recognize
think
they
through
need
what you're
some
giving
help.
them. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, they're able to be like, yeah, I need to work on that because we set goals, you know, and we try to get them involved in that. And then,
Right.
but when they're itty bitty, they're pretty just reactive, you know,
Yeah.
some of them haven't really processed through a lot of things yet. And
Do I guess 12 to 8. So you're saying the 12 to 18-year-olds are able to process the trauma a whole lot more than 12 and under, more or less.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Depending on when the trauma happened, I
Does
guess.
it even come about? Like when you're dealing with the 12 and unders, can they even tell you about it? Are they open enough to let you in and show you what that is?
They might want to. I would almost never ask about any kind of trauma because that's not the kind of
You don't
counseling.
prompt that. Yeah. No.
No.
Sure.
But sometimes they will just,
It just comes
it
out.
just comes out.
Yeah.
And I'll let them, obviously, if they want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But my focus is always on success at school and trying to shape everything back to
Yes.
that, and not trying to, you know, fix all of the trauma and deal with all of that
Yeah.
at school. You know, it's just like you hate to get all of that big old wound opened up and then send you back to class.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that's not our role,
Okay.
if that makes
No,
sense.
that makes a lot of sense.
So, and that's something that people don't always understand, and I really didn't either, about special ed counseling until I actually got in the role.
Mhm.
You know, obviously, if a kid's in crisis, that's kind of different. Which one of our kids could be, and then obviously you're gonna have to deal with. You know, usually a
Right.
crisis might be a suicide. You know,
Yes.
whatever. So you're gonna deal with that for sure,
Mhm.
temporarily.
You
know.
address that as it is.
You would address it and take it, you know, and deal with it. But as a general
If
rule,
it's not life threatening, hands off kind of
hands,
until it comes up.
I'm not bringing it up.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, if
Yeah.
they want to bring it up, okay, you know, we can work through it or whatever. But I come with what I want to accomplish for the day with that kid according to their goals, you
Yes.
know, and we're trying to move towards those things. It's not like trying to fix deep trauma.
Yes. Yeah. I get what you're
You
saying.
see, yeah.
Yeah. Is
So-
there a kiddo that's kind of like your pride story that, man, I'm so glad that this worked out. She grew so much in this amount of time.
I feel like there's lots of kids that I feel like have come a long way. I can't say, because I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm gonna say one had a girl move in to a district that I was working in from out of state, um, pregnant, and just like the worst background you could ever,
Mhm.
you know, and the worst rap sheet you'd ever seen, like just discipline referrals from her last school or whatever. Um, and I was really excited about what we were able, and not just me, but the school,
Mhm.
all the teachers at the school. We actually ended up putting her like in their alternative education placement, you know, and
Like a DAP?
kind of like that, but AEP, not DAEP.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was her
Yeah.
kind of her choice,
Yeah.
you know, that and I worked with her probably about a year and got her out of school, got her, you know, into a job, those kind of things. Those like that was good.
Yeah.
That felt really good. But she kind of had it older, obviously, and had a like major life,
She can
you
process
know.
things a little bit
Yeah,
more.
and had some decisions she had to make and decide, you know, what's she going to do. And she was smart, like book smart, you know,
Yeah.
so could actually get through the academics and get out and try and do better for herself. But sometimes, you know, I one kid I deal with might be super bright book wise, and then the next one might struggle, so it's just very different, like what your idea of success might be,
I know. It's tough.
right? The
That's tough
kids
for
you
me
work
too.
with too, right? So
Oh man, if you're not gonna hit me, that's a great day in my book.
exactly. Same.
No
I've
violence.
been there.
This is awesome. I can go
You're
home.
not gonna
I'm not
cuss at
scratched.
me
I'm not
until yeah.
bleeding. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Real quick. I was gonna ask, were you raised in the church?
Yes.
Yeah,
Southern Baptist.
Southern Baptist. Oh man,
Yes.
yeah. But the Brimstone kind of
Yes.
South Baptist. Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
In terms of salvation,
Mhm.
do they believe you can walk away and come back?
Yes.
Or yeah,
Yeah, I would think so.
okay, okay. I wasn't too sure.
My understanding, I
Yeah,
would
I
think.
didn't know.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I see it.
What was it like for you being in the Southern Baptist? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it as a kid?
I do. Like, I have good memories of that, but I do feel like the major, the major reason that you make the decision is so you won't go to hell, you know?
That's the major one?
Yeah. That's kind of like, I don't want to go to hell. So I'm going to ask Jesus into my heart. Like, you know what I mean? And that's,
Maybe as a kid?
as a kid, that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
my memory. Like,
Yeah. Oh
that's,
gosh. Yes. But I think
yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is the scare tactic.
Yes.
Got to get them in quick. Got to
Yeah.
get them while they're young.
Yes.
But yeah, that would scare me. I didn't
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah. You didn't get raised like that.
Mm-mm. It
That's
was
probably
Methodist.
good. Yeah. They're
And
a little bit
then we
chiller.
didn't go. It was Methodist, a little Baptist, but not Southern Baptist, and then no going, and then I
Okay.
got saved in college. It was later
Very
on.
good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
worked out. It worked out.
Yeah. I kind of had a rededication in college, but I got saved like in 5th grade.
Mm,
So, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
cool. Were you in
Uh-huh.
a ministry in college?
Yeah, I just kind of a college church that I went to. And
Cool. Was it
Mhm.
Baptist?
It was not. It was
Kind of BSU.
Evangelical Free Church in Southern California.
Was there small groups, or was there Bible studies or anything like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You were a part of one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Did you ever
Yes.
lead a small group?
I have led small groups before. Yes.
But you didn't have your own, like, small. This is my girls, and we're having Bible study every week. That type of thing. Does that make sense?
No, I know. Yes, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, it's been
I'm
a minute.
old,
It's
Zach.
been a minute.
You gotta give. Like trying to think back if I ever did that. It's possible that I may have led some Bible studies like that. I've definitely been involved in a
Mm.
lot of Bible studies like
Yeah.
that. Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. And then always grew up. We went to church every Sunday. We went to Sunday school first, then we went to
Yes.
church service, and then I was back at the church at 4 o'clock in the afternoon for choir
Oh
and
man.
all of the yes.
Oh,
And then
you got some good pipes.
yeah, I sang.
That's awesome.
Yeah, sang in college too, in a choir when I was in college. Yep. But yeah, so then the night church service, the whole thing.
Really?
So like every Sunday was basically all day at
Was
church.
it? I know for me, depending on the time, at least my recollection, my mom wanted to go, and then my dad wanted to go at different points. Was it both parents wanting to go,
Mhm.
or okay?
Both of my parents were strong Christians. But my dad never, I don't know, I guess I don't want to say he lost his faith, but like while we were growing up, he never went to church with us. My
Mm.
mom was the one that took us to church.
Mhm.
And so she's responsible. And then I'm the youngest of 4 kids. I'm the baby, and my sister was 10 years older than me. So she obviously had a huge part in, getting me to church or getting whatever. And she was very involved in
Kind of a
church.
second mom type of
She
thing?
was definitely, yeah. And she was in like Campus Crusade for Christ and all these
Yes. Yeah.
organizations. Yeah. So she's extremely strong. And her husband today is a Baptist minister.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, but my dad was not, I don't know. It's like he couldn't do it all for some
Yeah.
reason. And he
He
did
was
not.
a good husband, good dad.
He was
But at
great.
some point,
He did not go to church with us every Sunday. But he did not start going back to church and be involved in church until he retired. At 59, he retired and moved. My parents moved back to Florida, where they're both from. And then he was a deacon in their church, and like just
Wow.
for the rest until he died this past July at
Do you
Ed.
know what it was?
I
That
really don't know.
Interesting.
It's really crazy. Yeah, it's really crazy.
You never talked to him about it?
I've never asked him about it.
The
I don't
whole chunk
know.
of time where
I
he was just
know, like when you
I'm
just
not about it.
it wasn't important to get your kids to church. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's funny because he would comment like about other people in their church that they were members of the
Mhm.
last 20 years or 30 years that he was retired. She asked to bring those kids by herself. It would be nice if you know, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I look
Yeah.
at my mom like, what? Can he hear himself like this? But no, I never questioned him. He's
He was awesome.
he was a good dad. He was definitely a good dad, but I think, you know, I guess we all do the best we can.
We did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I think maybe that was just more than he could do.
When you had your kids and you're raising
Mhm.
them, what was the thing I have to make sure that they know this about God?
I guess I wanted them to be saved, so that comes back to my fire and brimstone. I want to make
Mhm.
sure they make that decision, you know, that they know who Jesus is and that he died for them and
Yeah.
that all they have to do is ask him in. I mean, that was the
Yeah. They're gonna get the gospel
they're
from me.
gonna get the gospel from me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make sure that's happened.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And now they both they have
My
their
daughter is very strong. My son, not so much.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I know he's saved. Yes. And he definitely has lots of interests. Like, you know, he wants to watch The Chosen and lots of books that he chooses to read and those kind of things. But he's not super active in a church. Um, my daughter was super active in Breakaway at A&M. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've heard of that.
I've heard of Breakaway.
Yeah, so she was a volunteer for Breakaway and just always very involved, you know,
Mhm.
and everything. And even now in Dallas, she's very involved in her church and stuff. But
Yeah.
my son is not so much, but they're very different
Right.
people too. So he's much more of a free spirit.
You got that from who?
Me, for sure. Definitely. Not for my husband.
So, but in college, you didn't have that time, did you? That free spirit time?
Yeah, I was, you know, even though I was raised in the church, I was definitely not, I mean, perfect.
I mean, you're
I was
going
pretty
to
wild.
Steve Miller bands and
Yes.
finding a doobie
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think I was pretty wild in high school. Probably hit that early in high school. And then by the time I got to college, I had kind of calmed down. I was pretty more into church and Bible studies and things like that. And I went to a private Christian university.
Mhm.
So, so I kind of like went from one extreme to another extreme. And I kind of feel like at this point in my life, I'm kind of middle of the road almost.
You hit your stride.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not saying in all areas,
Yeah.
but you know, different.
Do you guys have a position in the church that you go to now?
We go to the Methodist church now because my husband was raised Methodist.
Okay.
He's on several boards
I'm sure
at the
he
church and
is so
stuff.
busy.
Yes. I'm not, which is kind of nice, you know. But I don't know about position or whatever. I don't teach there or do any of those kind of
Mhm.
things.
Is it a
Well,
bigger church?
for a small town, no, it's probably on the smaller side, really. The Methodist church isn't huge.
It's like under 100 people.
Maybe over that, but not much.
Yeah.
You know, not much.
I mean, my interpretation of small is it changed when I went to New Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, some of those churches are like 10 people,
Okay.
and they give. It's wild.
That's great.
There was a church. I don't know. I think I told you I did college missions with Jamie. So
I didn't know that.
I was a reverend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
College pastor, but I helped out on Sundays doing youth, and most of them were mine.
It was one of those really
Yeah,
small churches.
yeah.
That's funny.
But there was 20 people at the church, Radium Springs. I hope it's still going.
Yeah.
But it's in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
It's probably 15 minutes from Las Cruces, so way out in the desert. But I think between 3 people, they gave like $40,000 for our building back in the day.
Wow.
And then now I think it's been sold for a fraternity.
Where do y'all go to church now?
We go to, oh gosh, is it Grace Fellowship in Lampasas?
I don't know.
I think that's what it is.
Okay.
No, I will say this, it has been hard. It's been about 8 years, no, 9 years since we stopped being college, missionaries. And it's still kind of a weird transition. You go to a church, they think you don't, you've never done anything. And I'm just like, hey, I'm willing to help. And they're like, well, we'll see. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I will. I
That's
am totally
crazy.
cool with sitting in the background. Totally cool.
You got to
does not.
find a different church.
Okay. This church I really do like. We brought our family.
Yeah.
And most of her family goes now. Jamie's family goes.
Good.
Yep. Brother-in-law got saved.
Nice.
Sister-in-law got baptized. Everybody's getting baptized. Everybody's
I love it.
walking with God. It's great. When we all go in, it's really funny. I almost hope they hear it. Because it's just interesting.
Yeah.
So we all go in. They all go say hi to Adam and Jackie, and Jamie and I are just regular people that just go. Nobody talks to us. We go. We bring our kids. Jamie's been helping out with the kids ministry now, which is great.
Good.
And I take in the sermon. I think a lot of it is I'm not able to go to the house groups or the small groups.
The small group.
Yeah.
And get to know people.
Yeah,
because
a lot of the days that they end up having it, I'm driving the bus. So
Right. Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah.
And church in small towns is hard to me. I've had a very difficult time, even just, I don't know, just getting anything out of sermons or
Really?
I do, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but
No, I mean,
yeah.
I wrestle, and being a pastor, and then being around really good pastors, and I've heard some of my friends are amazing pastors. It's hard because I'm trying really hard not to be like so critical during a sermon. I'm trying to, God help me get something out of this.
Yeah.
But it's
I'll do online stuff quite a bit.
Really?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Who's your go-to?
I've been listening to Harris Creek. Do you know where? So it's a church out of Waco. JP, what's his last name? Okluda or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
It's a huge church in Waco. He's kind of been involved. Like he was at Passion this last week in Arlington.
Okay.
You know that? Yeah.
I know about Passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's just one of the he's just a pastor of a big church in Waco. I don't know. I think I clicked on something that he had written or something, and then I just started
Your algorithm
following.
gotcha.
Yeah. And then I'll do some of the churches that Gwendolyn, my daughter, has gone to in Dallas. Sometimes I'll pull those up, and
there's some good guys out there in Dallas.
There's some good. The guy that ran Breakaway, that was their leader at Breakaway, the speaker. I'm trying to think of his name. Ben something.
I'm trying to remember. I have been given a book by a guy that pastors in Dallas. I'm really having a hard time.
Who it is?
Yeah, because I know he's up there. And the book was incredible. I can't remember.
There's just a lot. There's a lot of good, really good preaching. Of course, they're not perfect either.
No, that's
whatever.
That's
exactly.
the tough part. And
exactly.
The pastor at our church, it's one of those things. Like I feel like he's a better teacher.
Nice.
Than pastor.
Yeah.
It's different to me. Having been around both, you know what I mean?
I do.
And he was a teacher, which makes sense to me because I was like,
why he's so good at that.
You're great at teaching.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm used to, Jamie and I were talking about this. We come from a charismatic background.
Okay.
So I was an Assemblies of God pastor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Very different.
I'm getting my eyebrows raised now.
Yeah.
Very different from Southern Baptist.
very different.
Y'all are out of
We're all
control. You are
spiritual
out
gifts.
of control.
Yep.
Yeah.
We are. We
Yep.
are. A lot of dancing.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. I had a lot of
Gosh.
friends in California that were more of that persuasion.
Yeah. Spirit car wash.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Just
speaking in tongues.
yes, just
Oh, man.
whatever. I mean, there's just
Do you, boo boo?
yep. That's right. Then I'm like,
It's shocking. It is. It is
what is
forever
going
shocking.
on?
Yeah. I
But
wouldn't say I'm Assemblies of God anymore. I mean, it's been so long. There's a lot that I had to deconstruct from that time. But that's all I knew for a decade.
yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
You kind of are a product of
You are.
how you're raised.
Yes. And I was raised in that, which
Yeah.
is kind of crazy to think about.
Both of your parents?
So my parents weren't. So this was in college. So
Oh, you wait.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
So
So
this
that's
is
when it
all.
happened.
It was just a new
That's right. Because
development.
you came
I had
in
never
college.
seen anything like it before. It freaked me out. It really
Sure.
did.
I think it freaked most people out.
But I mean, if I hadn't have seen it, I don't think I would have had the type of encounter I had with God.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
think it all led to that.
Sure.
Because I was going to small group, nothing was working, and God just met me in my room. That's
Yeah.
it. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And Gwendolyn goes to church in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I really was hoping it was going to work out for Ty
I
and Gwendolyn.
know. I know. Me too.
Is
Me
she
too.
still on the search?
She has actually been with a guy for about 5 months now.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
It's going good.
It's going really well. It's going really well. He's a really strong Christian, which is what she wanted.
Yes.
I think he'll be 32 here in a few weeks, so he's
Okay.
quite a bit older than her,
hmm
which is
So he-
probably a good thing.
So she kind of, took your,
Yeah, not 7 years older, but how much? Maybe he's 4 years older, 4 or
That's
5
not
years
bad.
older than
That's
her.
not bad.
Yeah. But yeah, they're still together 5 months or so. So we'll see.
And she seems serious about it.
Yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
I mean, for her, like she's never really had a serious boyfriend before. She's dated guys, but she's never stuck with anybody this long.
So this is promising.
So for
And
her, yeah.
have you met the guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well,
Mhm.
this is
I like
in
him.
the bag.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Come on, this
I
is in
don't
the bag.
know. I
It's
like
gotta
him.
be.
He's a good guy. He's really nice.
That's really good.
He's strong Christian and really active in his church and
Mhm.
seems to be just a good guy. So got
Yeah.
his life together kind of type deal. And
You
so,
need that.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. How about Tyler?
Ty,
Is he was dating someone. I think when I was over at Event last year.
nothing's worked out.
No. Okay.
Yeah, it's sad city right now.
He's still,
He's figuring it out.
he's finding himself.
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
gonna take
right?
a minute. I think
Yeah.
so.
And he's young. He's a guy.
He's 30. He's 30.
Guys have time though.
Do they have time?
I think they have more time in my brain. They have a little more time than girls.
Okay, here's what I've noticed out here in Hamilton.
Yeah.
Especially Hamilton.
Yeah.
This is weird. All of the 40-year-old, 45-year-old women
Yeah.
are dating somebody late 20s or 30s. What's
Ooh.
going on?
Really?
Yes.
I guess I've
Yes.
missed
You-
that.
It's there. It's strange. It is.
Are these guys
beyond
looking for
strange.
moms or something?
At the very minimum, they're all younger than the girls. I don't get it. It is baffling to me.
Like they don't want kids of their own?
Okay, yeah, and this is another thing. These girls all have kids, and the guys are no kids.
And don't want any, I
I
guess.
guess not. Yeah, they're just like, oh, I can be the man. I can be the man. Can you? You're 28. Can you?
They're just playing around
I
till they
don't
get
know.
serious.
It's really.
They could
weird.
change their mind at 40 and marry someone younger and have kids.
We were on a date the other day, and I was looking over. I was like, oh, I know that mom. And that guy's much younger than me. It was weird.
I don't know. I don't have anything. I have nothing to add to this conversation. I don't get it. I mean, I really don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's oh man. Okay, do you know any? I mean, I've heard rumors. It's a bad drug area. I've only been here for like 3 years.
Okay.
But does it bleed to where your husband is or where y'all are? Is it as bad as people say, or is it just talk?
I don't think that Gulfweight.
Is it in the mix of Hamilton Gatesville craziness?
Maybe, but like I think parts over close to Gulfweight are bad too. Like there's like San Saba, Richland Springs. That area is bad.
Yeah.
For meth, I think pretty bad. I don't.
Got all this land.
Yeah. There's
Nobody's selling or moving.
There's lots of people moving. There's lots of people moving
think
from
so?
cities. Yes, absolutely.
Cities, but it feels like
to here.
That's
yes.
weird.
They're wanting out of cities.
I mean, I did the same. I guess I did the same thing.
Weird.
I did the same thing. Yeah, I did.
They want
that.
out of that mess into, But I do think there are lots of drugs around everywhere. But I don't know that.
I don't see it with the mouth, the no teeth,
the skin.
Everybody's got their chin out and gumming.
The twitching.
The twitch. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you see some of that in Gulfweight.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as bad as I think San Saba, Richland Springs. Some of those areas are worse.
Right.
And I think Hamilton has probably more but Hamilton's bigger too. Plus, like you said, you've got the whole Gatesville thing, but my husband has a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
It's not sometimes it is local people. Yes, there's lots of local people, but there's lots of people traveling through.
Yes. It's so easy to just cross through this 100 miles and
you get stopped.
There's only 2 state troopers that run the road. That's it. And
you
you go the back roads, you'll never get caught. Am I wrong?
I really don't. I don't. Yeah, maybe.
I feel like I got to ask your husband.
Yeah, I know you need to ask him probably, but he has a lot of drug coming through. It's just like get pulled over for. Maybe they get pulled over for like whatever, something's not right on their car or whatever, and then they let them search, and then guess what? I mean that just seems like I think that is kind of how that happens.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, if you're back roading, but if you're on a major highway like 183 goes right through Gulfweight, and that's from Austin, all the way to wherever, and then there's also 16 that comes from Fredericksburg, and then you can take it on to Stephenville, and so there's some.
It's just a 5-hour loop. That's it.
Yeah, but we do have a lot of. I don't know in comparison.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe a question for Jet.
Yeah. Because I'm
very
sheriff.
Curious. Not your sheriff here though.
Oh man.
That's crazy.
This is a wild time. Did you see his mugshot? That's pretty smug.
Yes. Quite the smile.
I've only been in the room with him one time. In close vicinity, but I said one word to him, he said one word to me. That type of thing. So I don't know the guy, but that picture I feel like says 1,000 words.
It's shocking.
Yeah. Do you know the story? Because I feel like I only know bits and pieces.
I think I read the story.
Tell me the story.
He was having an affair.
Okay.
Right?
That's what I heard. I heard the affair part.
And she was selling some kind of diet drugs out of her.
Like an Ozempic. Yeah. I think it was like the shot type of thing.
But illegally maybe selling it. And she got arrested.
That's what I heard.
Right? And then she kind of turned on him.
Yeah.
Because
was he helping facilitate?
Yeah, maybe. And he wasn't turning her in, but other people were getting right. And then finally she got turned in. And then so was he benefiting from it in some way?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe?
They were marking up the price.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other side of it, too, and I've only heard, is that there's like 30 people that got sick. Is where it really started to blow up.
Which is the most serious
part
to it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
because it wasn't the real stuff. They were like mixing it in their kitchen or something. It's so crazy. So this guy's
crazy.
Do you know how long he's going to be? Did they say? I saw his bond was only like $100K, which was like, come on now. I mean, I doubt he has that to put down, but it's only, was it 10% or something you got to put down?
Yeah, somebody will put it, bail, whatever. They'll get out. I don't really know. I don't know what, and I don't know who will, I guess like the district judge will come in and do that, or I don't know. Are the Texas Rangers involved? Texas Rangers are involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's that, and then there's all that stuff going on over in Brown County too. Have you seen all that?
I
The
haven't.
judge over there has
What
been.
happened in Brown County?
Oh my gosh, I don't know all the details. So I
Yeah.
probably shouldn't have even brought it up. But
Give me bits and pieces.
yeah, I think several, like a bunch of things that he has done, and he has been. I think he's been removed from his judicial duties for a bit.
Yeah.
And got some somewhat serious charges hanging out there, but he's actually running for re-election.
Of course he is.
So, but I don't know. I don't know
But if
anything
you
about.
have enough pals, I feel like in a small town, you can get reelected again easily
Yeah,
because nobody's voting.
And Brownwood's kind of known for being kind of corrupt. I don't know if they are or not.
I
That
would
could
love
be
to
just
dig
a
into that.
rumor.
Let's dig into
I know
that.
Angie would be really good
I
at helping
wanna
you with
dig into
that.
that
Her
so
dad was a
much.
commissioner
Oh, yes.
for years. For years.
There's some dirt right
They
there.
gotta, yeah, exactly. I don't have a lot of dirt.
No, you're
I just
good.
know what I've heard.
Yeah.
And that may not even be right. So, Goldthwaite's Mills County is pretty tame. We don't have a lot going
That's
on.
good. That's
Yeah,
good for your husband.
it's good for my
He can go to bed, on a reasonable time, not stress.
Yeah, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of dirt going on.
hmm
Small town.
So I've talked to Ty about it. It keeps me up. Is the autism rate, and I think 1 out of 31 right now, and I think out of the 1 out of 31, it's 3 to 5% are ID. Out of that, one out of 31, which is a crazy statistic.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. Then that's in the small print. You have to keep looking, which is significant. So 5%, 3 to 5%,
Mm-hmm.
and that's 2022 data.
That's behind.
It's behind.
Mm-hmm.
Are severe AU, which is a lot. That's a lot of kiddos.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think? And this is, your opinion. But what do you think causes it, and how much do you deal with autism, in your life right now?
I have a lot of students that I see that are autistic. Some are labeled and some may not be labeled yet or whatever. I think we're just beginning to see what causes it, and I definitely can be somewhat of a conspiracy theory type person.
Bring it. I
Yeah.
like them.
I mean, I have no doubt that I think vaccines
Really?
play a part.
Okay.
I do. Yeah, I really do.
Do you think it's? I've had to think about it in this way. It may not be specifically the vaccine, but it's the multiple vaccines at one time, and when they're so young, no immune system, like that kind of thing. Is that what you mean?
I think, yeah, and I think it might even be specific ones might have more of a effect than others
more
from some of the
a
stuff
tweak.
that I've read.
Yeah.
Certain more recent ones maybe that
Which one in particular is the
well,
one
I
that
read
sticks
something
out?
about Hep B the other
Hep B?
day.
Yeah.
That I didn't go and research it to
Yeah,
make sure that
sure,
it
sure.
was true, but wouldn't doubt it. I will say when I first started in SPED 30 some odd years ago, you didn't talk about kids that had autism. I'm sure maybe maybe they were called something else or whatever. I don't know.
But it seems more apparent.
It's just
Does that make?
oh,
It's
there's
just
way
like
more. There's way
you
more.
are, bud. Like, and we're gonna help. And
There's way more. I can't even well, I mean, that's documented. It's not like, but like, just that wasn't even one of the areas that you learned about when I was getting my
Yeah.
degree and stuff.
Yeah.
That just wasn't. I don't even remember that. I remembered like MR
Mm-hmm.
because ID used to be MR.
Yep.
Right. And then I remembered like learning disabilities, emotional disabilities, or not disabilities back then. What was it? A disturbance, what used to
It
be called.
was.
right?
Yes.
So-
Yes.
Those were your major areas. I don't even remember.
And now everything is lumped into ED.
Yes. Yes. And they are close cousins, I
Yeah.
will say.
Mm.
ADHD, ED, AU.
Get your OHI.
They're all, yeah. I mean, and like a really severe ADHD kid looks a lot like an AU kid.
Yes. That is
So
interesting as
what's
well.
to say,
Uh-huh.
who knows? I don't know. But
Okay, in 30 years, in SPED or in the spread umbrella, gosh, are kids different than they were when you first got in? In terms of and just in regards to that, because I've heard the excuse we test more. Because we do test more, and so I can see that the ratio and the stats going up. But to this degree, it's kind of hard to just say that that's the reason that uh, for the growth for SPED in general, because SPED in general is also insane.
yeah, I just remember when I started teaching, it was like you were learning disabled or you had emotional ED
Yeah,
problems or you were MR. That was it.
that seems easier on the teacher
Yeah.
to kind of
I don't
decipher.
even remember like ADHD being much of a
Mm-hmm.
until I'd been teaching maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years. Then I think I started to see more ADHD type kids, and it could have just been the length of time I'd been doing, like just when
Mm-hmm.
just my memories of my first few years teaching, I just it was LD, ED. I didn't work with very many MR because I taught resource.
Right.
So I had LD or ED pretty much. That was it. But then when I started teaching in Goldthwaite, I kind of had a little bit of everything because I was teaching resource, but I had kids that my resource class would kind of be their
Mm-hmm.
like gen ed time, right?
Yeah.
Like they would come spend time in my room. And so I would deal with a lot of the kids, maybe some of the physical disabilities. Like I had some students with spina bifida,
Yep.
or those kind of things. I had a MR kid. I had, you know what I mean, that would come. And so I had some of those. And I do remember when I started teaching in Goldthwaite in the 90s, a few kids with ADHD towards the later 90s. Started seeing more like ADHD type kids, those kind of kids that needed assignment notebooks that couldn't stay organized, couldn't pay attention, couldn't get home with their
You had to
homework,
help them
couldn't.
function during
Yes,
class. Yeah.
yes, and make sure they left the school with everything they needed once they got home.
Gosh,
Like that was a big part of my job at
man,
the middle
that's
school.
my kiddo.
Yep,
It's just-
yep. Can't get it
He's got
together.
20 things he's thinking about. He, and he thinks he's got it, but he doesn't. So,
Yeah, but when I first started, I just don't remember a whole lot of that. You know,
is there a responsibility element to it that, like,
parents,
yeah, I think
maybe.
the parenting where there was a lot more expectation. Like I remember growing up for me in the 90s. I mean, dude, you are getting A's. It's
Yeah.
you are getting A's.
Yeah. And I think the amount of time spent with kids and what it takes.
Yes, and the conversation at home.
Mhm.
No TV during dinner.
Read. You're going to
Yeah,
read
you're
every
reading.
night.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I do
Yes.
think, a lot of those
Because your
things.
kids read
Oh my
at
gosh.
night.
Yes. I mean, that was just a non-negotiable.
Was it something that you had to almost train, or did it happen kind of organically?
Both of my kids love to read.
That's so cool.
So I was lucky there, and reading was easy for both of them, luckily. Very lucky. Um, but it was a habit. It was just like that's just what we did. Now we didn't only do it at night. Both of them wanted to read, all the time or
Yeah.
whatever. Like I said, I quit work to be at home, so it's kind of like, oh yeah, they're gonna bring a book to me. We'll sit down and read it. But then before bedtime every night, like I'd read with my son first, then I'd go read with my daughter. I mean,
Yes.
that's just like that's just what we did.
Right.
But there's a lot of families that don't do that now.
Yeah, I wonder what that stat is of actual
They just don't.
conversation at the dining table,
Yeah.
and then reading at night.
Even like teachers,
Oh yeah, and teach your kids. Oh
like,
man,
right?
I
So
think they're getting the brunt of the uptick for
because
sure.
I can think back to when I was teaching and my teaching partners and like having some of
Mhm.
their kids in class and stuff. Like I couldn't even get some of them to do a reading log and like commit to, to sign off that they were reading this many or whatever. I'm like, you're a teacher. You're
Yeah.
like, you know how important this is.
Mhm.
They need to be doing this
Oh,
every
they
single
struggle.
night,
Yeah.
right? So I don't think that's dropped off. People just don't think they have time or they're on their phones or whatever they're doing. And so kids can't focus their attention longer than a little blurb to sit and read a chapter or whatever.
The screens get in the way of all that.
I think so. And I mean, we just didn't have that when my kids, so it's hard for me to, I don't want to be like judgmental about it because I
No.
didn't have my son liked to play video games for sure. And my daughter did get a phone like when she was 13, not an iPhone, but whatever it
Yeah, a little
was, like a
flip.
little flip
Yeah.
something or other. And she was allowed to have Facebook when she was 13, I think, or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
But,
it's different than
it was different.
Facebook was way. I
It
mean,
was so
I
different
remember
from,
when it came out.
yeah. So now, like, I didn't, I can't judge because I don't know what I'd be doing or whatever. I'd certainly probably let my son have way too much screen time or those kind of things. But he was doing all the other stuff I wanted him to do anyway.
Yeah, he was
Reading
checking the
well, making good
boxes.
grades, so
Yeah.
I think that contributes.
Okay. Last thing. Is there
Yes.
anything that you want to ask me?
Let's see. Are you going to come work for us at some point?
I had to drop the masters.
I know you did.
I
know.
just I
Yeah.
couldn't do it. I was getting just
It's a lot. You have 4 kids
yes.
and a full-time job and a
I
wife
know.
that's going to school. And like,
I know.
you just can't.
It was taking up my
It's too
my
much.
painting time.
Your podcasting time.
I know. What am I? I'm trying to figure out life.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I really want to, but I think I continually think about if I leave, who's gonna replace me?
No, I don't. Yeah.
I think about that.
Yeah.
A
I
lot.
miss the classroom. I miss the
Yeah. Would
classroom
you
a
ever go
lot.
back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe towards
I
the end.
miss teaching kids to read and like I really miss that.
Mhm.
I like that. I loved my last
That is
stint.
one of my favorite things is when they finally,
Yep.
especially if they're ID or they have that reading disability, when they read, it is the best day ever.
It's just like the
Well,
best thing you can do for
the best month.
yeah.
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 Because it's
I taught kinder for a really long time.
mhm,
And so
mhm.
that's, now it's more like what first grade used to be. So you're really like you're wanting everyone to read before they
It-
leave, you know?
what is that about? Okay,
Yeah.
that was a problem for me because you may not know this, you may. So for Declan, I had to jump in the pre-K room. Yeah,
I do know.
yes, you were there
Yes.
for that.
Yeah.
But I was having pushback on, pushing the curriculum to where they could start reading earlier because Declan was already reading, so I was
Yeah.
just like, people are capable, kids are capable if you push them, and
Just give them the opportunity.
but I've never seen people look at me like I'm a crazy person
Oh,
before
really?
in my life, especially about that, about reading. Yes, and then kindergarten, every people have the reading academy, the way that they talk. It's like, and I'm gonna get Brittany on. I'm gonna make her do a podcast because I have so many questions for her. Um, but the way I guess like TEA even talks about it is first grade. The milestone is they should be reading,
This many words per
50,
minute.
50 words or
Right.
whatever, which is ridiculous
Mhm.
because they're and nowadays kids are what 6 and 7 in first grade.
Yes.
They should be reading more because 100 years ago they were reading more, like a lot more.
Yeah.
I don't know. That one got me hot, especially because Declan was. And there's nothing it's like he's not that special, you know.
Well, I think you just
and then with because I have one that does struggle,
Mhm.
but even she was
Reading.
reading by first grade, and she's struggling and she's reading in first grade.
Yes.
So I don't know. Something's up with how we perceive, I don't know, education right now.
My goal was to have all of my kinders
Yes.
reading well
Yes.
before they left because I knew what was coming in first grade.
I know. The
Right?
game changes in
You're
first
not
grade.
like you're not learning to read anymore. Well, you kind of still are, but I mean, like I was wanting them to make that transition from learning to read to
Yes.
reading to learn.
But blending should be happening, I feel like, in pre-K. Like at the end of pre-K, they should already be blending.
You're doing all those things. You're that
Yeah.
phonemic awareness and all
Okay,
those
yeah.
things.
So the
yeah.
the push was the scholastic curriculum that I had was just focused on not even phone names. It was like letter names. I was just like, what are we doing? They should, but by the time I feel like the kids show up to pre-K 4, they should already know their letters. That's just where my brain's at.
No, they're
Um,
capable. They're
I know.
capable.
I guess. Yeah.
But in the home,
I know.
lots of
Let's
these
go back.
kids
It goes
don't.
back to the home.
Yeah, I mean, there's no print.
Yeah,
to
we should be
even.
working on phonemes by then, man. Like, let's go.
Oh
We got
yeah,
sounds to do.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Have you heard
yeah.
of the research to where forget the letter names, just
do the
focus on the
sounds.
phonemes?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's all beneficial, but you definitely got to hear the sounds to be
Mhm.
able to blend them together to be
Yeah.
able to make words. So
Yeah.
it's all. I don't have a. Some kids are easier to teach
They
to
are.
read.
Oh
Some
my
kids teach
gosh.
themselves to read. Some kids, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's no
That's not a perfect answer.
magic. No, I think every kid kind of needs different things, but I think you never go wrong with phonics.
Yes.
Most of your kids are going to get there that way. Not all of them, but most of your kids are going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think I got phonics for a second. No. Kinder first, and then it went straight into whole word.
Whole language.
Hold it up. Yeah.
hmm
Which I think actually is what I needed
Yeah.
to begin with, which
Yeah.
is strange.
Some
Yeah.
some kids do. I think there was a big whole language push probably when I was in school too. I think maybe eons ago. I don't even remember, but it was fine.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, I learned to read. But my parents read with us too, like, and my siblings read with me. You know.
Yeah. Well, okay. And then this is the last. This is one of the last things. But so, I have kids in 4th and 5th grade, and I remember in 4th and 5th grade everybody reading.
Yes.
Everybody in my class was reading, but they have friends that literally can't read.
Yep.
And they're not even, they're not labeled. Some of them aren't labeled.
Yeah.
And I'm just,
Right.
what
How
have
does
we,
this happen?
well, yeah, how did we drop the ball like that?
Probably starts at home.
But is that just a home thing?
No.
Or is it
No, I don't think it's just a home thing. There's obviously, and they've probably moved. I
the
would
move?
guess.
Okay, people here do move a lot. They come
the
and
lack-
go and they come back. Yep.
And that's part of them not being labeled probably as well.
Yes.
It's got to be somewhere a little while before you can
Yeah, that
do
testing.
the things that need to be done to see if you want to put a label like that on a kid. You
Mhm.
know, because if there's been a lack of opportunity, you really don't want to label a kid.
Sure.
So
that's true.
that's hard.
Mhm.
But I would guarantee you probably 90% of the cases it starts in the home. You know?
Yeah. No, you're right. It's scary.
It is.
Where we're headed, I think.
I agree. But there's been a little bit of there's some positives.
You think so? What's
I
the
do.
positive?
I mean, I feel like there's more of a movement and I see it with my son's age group. There's a kind of a conservative thing going on, like,
I hope you're right.
Yeah, I think so. I do. I don't think it's earth shattering or whatever, but I think there's some going on. Fingers crossed.
I know.
I mean, I don't know, but
We
I would
need to-
hope,
Hey, thanks for doing this.
Oh
I
yeah,
really
it
appreciate
was
it.
fun. I
Yeah.
hope you can use some of it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You're fun to talk to, so anytime.
Bye.